Second half scaries for the Maize and Blue. It's your Maize and Blue review update for Wednesday, January the 31st. And the Michigan basketball team drops its first matchup of this season with Michigan State by losing by 19 in East Lansing, 81-62. Wolverines led by 3 at the half, but as happened many times this season, the second half, it was all the opponent. This time, MSU. Michigan has lost 4 in a row and 9 of 10. Juwan Howard told M&BR Blue podcast that U of M needs to play a complete game.
When one goes in, it feels like it's an ocean. The next one you put up is going to, go in no matter what. And that's the confidence that we gave them. And that came from, the defense like I spoke about earlier. We got to fix it, and we will fix it. And I know that every man in that locker room is hurting right now, which, understandable. Lose a rivalry game on the road. But we felt that we had a really good chance of winning. To let it slip away hurts.
That's Juwan Howard up in East Lansing. Michigan is back at home Saturday with a 4 o'clock jump with Rutgers. Michigan women's basketball looks to bounce back from a weekend loss at Michigan State tonight when they host Illinois. That is a 7 o'clock start in Ann Arbor. Michigan football head coach Sharon Moore is working to round out U of M's coaching staff. This week, Moore elevated former tight ends coach Grant Newsome to offensive line coach. Contract details are out regarding former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh. Pro Football Talk says Harbaugh will get $16 million a year for 5 years from the LA Chargers. 16 times 5, $80 million. Harbaugh had a reported 10-year, $125 million extension if he wanted to stay in Ann Arbor. Here's a Michigan football recruiting update. The Wolverines signed 27 players in the early 2024 signing period. The 24 class is ranked number 12 by Rivals.com overall. Because Jim Harbaugh left the program, current players and early enrollees have a 30-day transfer window. Harbaugh left a week ago. Last Wednesday, January the 24th. Players have until February 23rd to enter the portal. Michigan has 3 players committed right now to its 2025 recruiting class. 4-star tight end Eli Owens, DN Bobby Kanka from Howell, Michigan, and the 23 Gatorade Player of the Year in Florida, Carter Smith. U of M has added a pair of players so far out of the transfer portal. Linebacker Jayshawn Barnum from Maryland. And the other U of M portal addition so far is Northwestern guard Josh Preeb. In other portal news, Michigan lineman Reese Atterbury puts his name in the transfer portal. 7 other players, in addition to Atterbury, have put their names in the portal. They include Matthew Hibner, Amarian Walker, Darius Clemens, Jake Thaw, CJ Stokes, Cameron Calhoun, and Joey Velasquez. Stokes lands with former Michigan analyst Biff Poggi at Charlotte, and Clemens heads back to the Northwest to play for Oregon State. Walker lands with Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. The 14th ranked Michigan hockey team split a pair of games with number 3 Wisconsin over this past weekend. U of M won 5-1 on Friday, but fell 6-5 in OT on Saturday. U of M now heads this weekend to Columbus for a pair of games against Ohio State. Friday is a 7 o'clock faceoff. Saturday, the puck drops at 8 o'clock. That game will be televised on BTN. Don't forget, you can join Maize and Blue Review now free until spring. Go to michigan.rivals.com and use the code NATCHAMPS24. That's NATCHAMPS24. This offer is valid for a limited time. That's the latest on Michigan. Stay tuned for Good Afternoon Michigan Football. Jim Scarcelli, the former Wolverine, as a guest at the top of the hour. That's coming your way. And for the latest on U of M, as always, go to the Maize and Blue Review.com or go to michigan.rivals.com, and we will see you over on the posting board.